for holiday, a turkey, whatever you've got, do you have the proper carving set? Sure, you can grab a knife from the knife block, but shouldn't it be longer? Shouldn't it have the scallops on the edge so that moist things that you're cutting don't stick? And shouldn't you have a meat fork that's nice and thick? And shouldn't that knife be full tang German steel? Because when I go into this pork loin to cut some slices, the knife is super sharp. The fork is holding everything in place, and it's also helping me serve all these pieces and land them right on the platter. Juicy, tender, perfect, and every single time you've got a set that is going to wow everyone at the table. Big enough for what you need, sharp enough for what you want, and colors that will coordinate with your kitchen decor. Now, this is our only order of the year. I have this for you in the red, and the cranberry. 1100 of the cranberry. This is cool gray. 1100 there. This is Zakarian blue. Always popular with fewer than 1,000. And finally, the black. 1,050. Here's the white, and you will get a storage box and a sheath that covers that large carving knife. Let's invite in Iron Chef Jeffrey Zakarian, who's going to talk to us about the proper knife for the proper job. And as the holidays approach, it couldn't be more important. Chef, it's good to have you back, sir.
Thank you, David. It's really important to be able to be the showstopper at your holiday. What does that mean? Like when you're carving that beautiful turkey or roast at the table, you know what you're doing. Your knives reflect the knowledge that you've had. So we have a beautiful, gorgeous German steel knife, and you see these little divots you referred to. Those are called Cullens. What that helps is that the meat falls off. This is what we use in the restaurants. Nothing serrated because it tears the meat. The fork. The fork is sort of like a gotcha because we want to take the fork and use it to get the carved meat or protein to the plate. We don't want to stab our meat ever. So I'm going to show you a little trick. So in the restaurant, a lot of people carve standing on top, and what happens is you tend to go down and you get V shape. You want to stand back, don't stab, put the fork here, and just carve like this. That's how you carve. You're 90 degrees. You're standing away, and your beautiful slice of this gorgeous pork loin cooked to 140 degrees, and that is just fantastic. And at the end of the day, you then transfer it to the plate, just like you did, David. A little fresh sea salt, and you are a happy camper. Because now, if you look at this, I'm going to put this on its end. It's perfectly straight. You haven't wasted anything by doing something that's going to look like a, I don't know, a parallelogram on its side. You know, when it's all like on a 45-degree angle, it's not good, and you waste meat. This is really important. So you need the Cullens so the steak and the protein doesn't flip off. You need the fork to guide you, and you need to just a 90-degree angle and German steel, really sharp. And this is the only set you will ever need. I'm telling you right now, this is it. You don't need another. There's nothing to add on to this. This is just what it is.
Now, Chef, can you give us some tips on turkey slicing? Because so many of us are going to be doing that in less than 3 weeks. So I'd love it for you to give us a little turkey slice 101 lesson.
Okay, so I assume that 85% of the people like breast meat. So that's what we're going to start with first. So let's just look at this. So we have our white selection, which is my favorite, the white. We're not going to stab again. We're going to go right down the middle where the bone is. Now, I like to remove the wishbone before I cook it because it makes cutting so much easier. So I've cut down, you see that? Okay, now I'm going to go this way. You ready? Look at that.
Oh.
Everybody gets a beautiful slice. Look at that.
With plenty of crust.
With plenty of crust. Look at that. That is how you cut turkey.
Very nice.
And that's how we've done it forever, and we do it in the restaurant like that. We don't slice this off because you really don't get the quantity needed for the correct amount of people that want the ratio of skin to meat. Has to be perfect.
So cut through the center and then down low and then just cut it sideways, and then that way you can take off a piece at a time, right?
Look how beautiful that is.
Beautiful, Chef. What a good idea, because I started mine the old-fashioned way, down the side, and then you're right. The first person gets all the crust and everybody else gets nothing.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that way, but this is just the way we do it in the restaurant. So shall we move on to the jambon, as we say, the ham. I love ham. And this is a beautifully glazed ham. Again, I like to cut it not straight down, just a little bit of a side slice, and place it down like this. See this? And I'm guiding the fork. I'm not stabbing the meat. Just like, you want like chips. You don't want like big, giant pieces because they're going to get cold once you put the gravy on it. Look at that. This is how I cut ham. And you need this, the Cullens make the meat just fly off the knife. It doesn't stick to the knife.
Look at that. Very nice. Chef, we're going to remind everyone of colors and let you know that you've got free shipping and handling, $29.98. You get the knife as well as the meat fork. And all this is coming your way in the white. So back here in the box is the white. I also have it in the cranberry. This is cool gray. Here's the Zakarian blue. And finally, we have it for you in the beautiful black. Blue and black are most limited. I would not wait. Chef Jeffrey Zakarian, good to have you back, sir. Always a pleasure. And thank you for the tips on slicing. I think we learned a lot today.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's the way we do it in the restaurants.
Well, that's the way we're going to do it at home, too. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, David.
All right. Now, we got about 19 minutes left in our show. 2 products remaining. And let's go to Lennox, because with all this holiday cooking you're doing, it's going to be time to make sure that the table looks as beautiful as the food. And we're going to help you do that, because we've got a gorgeous set of Lennox. It's a hot pick, one of our star products of the day, one of our best-selling products of the day. And I think you're going to be awfully excited about this, because it also comes